So we are on our way to Allotment Productions, which is a company that Bailey co-owns that do kind of like everything for bands. So like Bailey is a web designer or web architect, as he's known, and his partner Rob deals with more like the merch side of things. Maybe I've got that wrong, but yeah. So like they'll pretty much set up like a band's website, their web store, and handle all of the band's merch, like shipping and everything. I think they can do everything in-house. So yeah, I've never actually been there before, so I'm kind of excited to see it. They have some mock-up shirts, I think, from our pre-order bundles that we're doing for me to check out, and yeah, just kind of it's good to see like the quality that goes in. And I really wanted to make sure that we were printing on earth positive t-shirts where possible, or organic cotton, that kind of thing, just to, you know, environmental reasons, and it also just guarantees like quality t-shirts for fans like buying these products as well. So yeah, I'm excited to check it out. I've never been there before, and I haven't seen Bailey in a couple of weeks, so that'll be cool.
I'm Rob. I'm Alex, and yeah, we own and run Allotment Productions, which is pretty well right now. Basically, trying to provide all the solutions that bands need in one place, and always thinking about the band. Because you know, all the big merch companies, as good as they are, like the artist doesn't get the best deal necessarily. So we're trying to basically make it so it's viable for us and band to get a really good deal. So yeah, that's the main gist of it.
That's awesome. And then finally for you, what's it like doing the whole Sylosis thing after so long and being involved to this extent, you know, being involved with the website? And
yeah, it's like, yeah, it's awesome, like being involved with bands, and like it's just a bonus getting to live Sylosis, obviously, because yeah, it's been what, 2.5, 3 years now. So yeah, it's awesome seeing it ignited again, and yeah, can't wait to get touring. And I guess the best thing about doing all this stuff and Sylosis as well, I get to see the full process, and then actually obviously be involved with the live shows and stuff like that, and see the full process. Whereas normally it's like, you know, the products get shipped off to the clients, and like we just see the reports and stuff like that. But actually getting first hand to see the full cycle is really nice. So yeah, super excited.
Why are we still in Reading? Well, I guess like when you travel a lot, you travel a lot. Like, when you're in a band, you travel a lot and you see a lot of the world. And for me personally, I kind of, if I wasn't in a band, maybe I'd like wanted to have moved elsewhere. But because we have seen a lot of the world, it's nice coming home.
Yeah, the home comforts are nice. I tried moving away, but I still came back. Moved to Oxford for a while, Norwich. I was like, nah, I don't know. It's where all your friends are. Like, yeah.
And what was the Reading scene like when you guys were growing up?
It was surprisingly active, the Reading scene.
Yeah, yeah, it was.
The amount of bands, like compared to like when we started doing the UK tours and stuff, like there might be 1 or 2 active bands around, but Reading was like what, 7, 8, really?
Yeah, like quite prominent bands. I mean, there's definitely more people who like in the UK might have heard of the band, all these bands, but maybe not as much internationally. But there was us, Exit 10, Theatrophy, Malefice, Doornroosje Record. Anyone else? I'm sure there's people that we're forgetting.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like most of those bands, you know, like released albums and toured a fair bit. But yeah, so when Sylosis first started, there wasn't much of a live scene, and obviously like the band was too young to like drink and play in certain places. Maybe like I don't know, when we started playing live at like 16, so and my memory is there wasn't much of a live scene. And then around 2005ish, when like bands like when MySpace came along, I actually have that to thank for a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, we got assigned to Nuclear Blast through MySpace. I think they like came across their MySpace page or something. yeah, around that time, and when the internet sort of like started popping off a bit more, that's when the scene started to evolve, I think. So yeah, shows were pretty good there. The venues weren't at the time. It was the Face Bar, which you just played on the floor in the corner of the room, and the other one was the Boxing Club, which is literally just playing a boxing ring. And
Yeah,
like,
on the ring. Just
they moved like the big square ring just up against one of the walls, and that was the stage. And then our friends, bless you, started promoting shows there and getting in a PA. And our old drummer, our very first drummer, Jay, who started the band with me, he was a promoter there, so he'd book shows as well. But yeah, it was very active, but it was still very small. Like I said, like internationally, I guess not many of those bands will be known, but yeah.
Something that I find quite interesting is knowing you as a person. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're like a cool, happy person.
Yeah.
A lot of the topics that you cover with Sylosis are a bit darker. Reading the bio and the thoughts behind it, I was like, hey, but this guy's happily married, he's got a baby.
Yeah.
But talking to you about Icever, and I get that it's like, you're drawing from different parts of your life that aren't, like severing all that bullshit and stuff.
Yeah.
Where'd you get all the inspiration?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I only like write if I'm a bit miserable normally. But yeah, I've been prone to periods of being depressed. Well, I have anxiety like a lot, just because, like I said, like sort of in my nature just to overthink everything, and I think that kind of like leads to anxiety sometimes. But yeah, I don't know. I think I used to like read all like the music magazines when I was a kid, and like was obsessed. I would just like learn about all like my favourite bands and stuff. And the thing that they all had in common was like something tragic had always happened to these people. And like stupidly and naively, I just kind of used to think like, oh, I wish something crap had happened to me. So like I could write about it and like or have like a story to tell. But I had like a great childhood, really close with my family. But inevitably, like being depressed and stuff, it can like find anyone really, or it can even be triggered by something like really like mundane that you're like, why are you depressed? But it can just start a spiral, and if you're like that way inclined, it can just chip away at you, I guess. But yeah, no, I am really happy. Like I have a wife, a kid, my parents around the corner, which is cool. So and like I can like pay my bills now playing music. So everything like I have nothing to complain about. But at least like in 2016 I had like a bit of a darker period, I guess. Just like I had like a really horrible feeling of like I've just wasted 10 years of my life on something that I'm not happy with, which was like horrible. But yeah, I guess like just always kind of liked more like melancholic music or even films. Like anything that's just, I don't know, sad, I just kind of gravitate towards. I don't know why, but yeah.
I think it's because everything else in your life is good, so you need to have that outlet.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. You do need like a balance. Like the album title, even though it sounds a bit just kind of metal and like negative, it's just like accepting that there's always going to be like shit stuff happening in life. Like suffering is a huge part of life, even if suffering it's just like discomfort on a small level. But I think a lot of people kind of avoid any discomfort, either like drinking or drugs or like even like social media, just like not being able to just like sit with yourself like, or like wait for a bus without looking at your phone or like hiding from like your own thoughts and stuff. Broken reflection, disposed of separate.